Black Mass is directed by Scott Cooper, who directed some awesome movies like Crazy Heart and an extremely underrated movie called Out of the Furnace, which stars Christian Bale and Woody Harrelson. And if you haven't seen that, I strongly recommend you watch that, but of course after my review. Black Mass stars Johnny Depp, Joel Edgerton, Benedict Cumberbatch, Kevin Bacon, Jesse Plemons, Peter Sarsgaard, Dakota Johnson, and Corey Stoll. First, let me just say what an amazing cast this movie has. This is one of the best casts of a movie that I've seen in a long time. Not only is the cast amazing, but the cast also delivers. Because a lot of times you get an amazing cast, you're like, oh, it's going to be perfect, but it ends up not being as good as you thought it was going to be. Prime example, movie 43. Oh my god, what an abomination. Black Mass is about the notorious South Boston gangster Whitey Bulger, and specifically the time in his life between the 1970s and the 1980s when he was an informant for the FBI. He says he's not an informant because he's given information about his competitors, so he says it's a business opportunity. Johnny Depp, of course, portrays Whitey Bulger in this movie, and oh my goodness, what an amazing, amazing performance. It's really, really awesome to see Johnny Depp back in his element and actually making good movies. Recently, I've had a love-hate relationship with Johnny Depp, and I'll explain why. Edward Scissorhands. I love it. Dark Shadows, not so much. Eating Gilbert Grape. I love it. Transcendence. I hated it. Sweeney Todd. Loved it. Mordecai. I hated it. Pirates of the Caribbean 1. Loved it. Pirates of the Caribbean 39. Hated it. And it seems like every good movie we get from Johnny Depp, he makes like 4 bad movies in return. So it's hopefully starting a trend to where he's actually going to take himself seriously as an actor and start making good movies instead of just putting on some ridiculous makeup and just acting like Johnny Depp. But of course, this isn't the first time Johnny Depp has portrayed a gangster. But in that movie, I wasn't very scared by him, but in this movie, it takes a complete 180, and his character of Whitey Bulger is completely terrifying. He's got these bright blue eyes, and when he looks at you, you just melt because of how scary he is. There's one scene in particular that they're at a dinner table and they're discussing recipes for a steak. The scene is very suspenseful, and it reminds me a lot of the scene in Goodfellas with Joe Pesci is talking to Ray Liotta and is like, how am I funny? Funny how? Am I like a clown? Do I amuse you?
You know, the way you tell the story and everything.
Funny how? I mean, what's funny about it?
Tommy, no, you got it all wrong.
Oh, Anthony. He's a big boy. He knows what he said. What'd you say?
You're right.
Funny how? What?
Just, you know, you're funny.
You mean,
So?
well, let me understand this, because maybe it's me, I'm a little fucked up, maybe. But I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
But every scene Whitey was in, he completely stole the show. I love to hate his character, and I could have watched him for several hours. Like I said earlier, every single actor in this movie does an amazing job, so I can't unfortunately delve on each actor individually because the video would end up being like 3 hours long. That being said, the performances aren't the only highlight of the film. The cinematography of this movie is very awesome. The camera is still, there's not a lot of jump cuts or fast editing. Guys, this movie is riveting from start to finish, and I was totally invested the entire time. I was so involved, in fact, that I wish the movie was a little bit longer. It's only 2 hours, give or take, and I wish it would have been closer to 3 hours, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because obviously if I want to see another hour or hour and a half of the movie, then that shows how much I liked it and how much I was willing to be around these characters more, because I had such an amazing time with this movie. This movie is so good, the performances in it are so incredible, the cinematography is riveting, the sound effects are riveting. So I'm going to give Black Mass a 9 out of 10. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and comment below and let me know what your favorite gangster movie is. My personal one is The Departed. So like, subscribe, and I'm so sorry for the delay of my review of Attack of the Clones. Due to some technical difficulties, it's taken a lot longer than I expected, so I'm trying to get it done as fast as I can. So I will get that to you as soon as possible. But as always, thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.